All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name's Joshua. I'm gonna just keep moving forward with this. I had a countdown to my birthday, so we'll just continue going back up the scale. Yesterday we did the seed. It was kind of a poem that I wrote. Leading off, we discussed Knox and never again hate anything, where that came from, where it's led. And today we're going to lead into day 2, where there's this distinction between pleasure and purpose. Let me get the two fists in here. Pleasure, purpose. So I hit you with the left, hit you with the left, hit you with the left. With dopamine, ends up becoming a bit addictive. Definitely can lower a lot of or increase my happiness, endorphins, and so on and so forth, but really like that only lessens over time. And then the other side is, well, purpose. Me staying in balance with life so that I know what I'm here to do and staying on equilibrium in order to do that. So there's this really cool video I would suggest. I'll put it in the link below. Probably can't play it all in all, but serotonin versus dopamine. This is Dr. Robert Lustig. He's the author of a book, it's called The Hacking of the American Mind, the science behind the corporate takeover of our bodies and brains. You know, our brain, our bodies, it's a temple. And we just, in today's day and age, it's just, we succumb so easily to the frequencies of the world, right? And I think this is like a really amazing explanation. And it's really easy to not understand this today, unless you're in pharmaceutical rep, or, you know, you're kind of a doctor, you work in the institutions. But the social media influence and different things that just like instigate constant dopamine hits, constant likes and feedback. It's a loop that can get like really unhealthy and lead to very addictive behaviors. And in this, video here, among many others, I'm sure if you listen to Robert Lustig and any other extended interviews and so forth, I'm sure this is a pretty big topic. I'm just coming into this, so I have to acknowledge that I don't know much about the guy. But the Fit Mind video here, I definitely recommend that we kind of lean into stuff like this. So with that said, I mean, what does it come down to? The fact that, life itself and dopamine, it says here, like as a neurotransmitter, it's kind of like this natural phenomena that occurs by being human, right? No matter what, if we get a phone call and someone says, "Hey, I miss you," and like, ooh, dopamine up, and then like any feedback loop that we put ourselves and succumb to these days, whether that's by any social media, the comments and so on and so forth, like it's a naturally occurring phenomena. But then he goes in like later on in this video to like create this distinction, or to explain further the distinction between the cortisol, effect. There's like inevitable stressors of daily life, especially today. And without proper levels of cortisol, these other things with serotonin and dopamine, that's what throws off this amazing balance. I'm not going to pretend to know a whole lot about it, but I just wanted to lead in with this regarding the topic itself for the day. So I'll switch back and kind of pause that video. I don't want to steal from Fit Mind. Subscribe though. Put a subscription on there. I mean, I'm sure they have some amazing content. But what is it for me that really distinguishes my mental health from falling into this dopamine, overly animated like requirement for things over time, is like it creates a resistance or a tolerance to those, and then I require more and more and more, and it just gets bigger and bigger. And within a very short amount of time, if the right characteristics are backing that and the right agenda is backing that, which can take place, believe me, Like it can just bulldoze me right into the ground. And on the other hand, if I'm not getting enough nutrition and I'm just sitting in bed, like I will just sit in bed and die. I have to like have some sort of motivation to get out of bed. I have to have some sort of purpose in this life to get out of bed. But when I lose that like capacity to have purpose in my life, and when I'm, moreover, I always do, but when it's robbed of me, like my cortisol level and the stressors, they inhibit that ability to engage with my purpose, that can really destroy me, destroy my person. So today, is fairly quick, short, sweet, to the point video, but I encourage, going forward to really, I think we all need to understand this a little bit better. This serotonin versus dopamine, where dopamine and the addictions to dopamine end up leading us into addictive attitudes and behaviors that aren't just so much in only substance only, but in actual behaviors, eating, gambling, so on and so forth. So this balance to be maintained, please, I encourage you, go forward, get this information out there, understand this distinction between what brings me pleasure and where my purpose actually is. Because I think, at least for me, in bringing Knox to my primary purpose today now, again, has to come from a place of purpose and not a place of pleasure. There's a lot to be made of like my ability and my old like walk with doing my content and so forth, but it can't be the same. It can't. It's got to be like more intentional. It's got to be more right size, and it's got to be from a place of true, sincere happiness, like the joy of doing it, and to see like a positive influence occur as a result of it. Not the destruction. Like it's not right. What I've seen from, come of content and come of this world in response to like my attitudes in the past has not been super healthy for me or for others. And so I have to kind of make sure that I'm staying in balance with this, like the pursuit of happiness is the aim, but I can't do that alone. I can't. Happiness only real when shared. What is that from? That's that last line that was ever written by Alexander Supertramp in called Into the Call Wild. I forget his real name was at the moment, sorry. But that's a true story, Guy who gets trapped. His own pursuit and like all the efforts that he put forward, like being the best person and preparing though for the journey of a lifetime, and getting trapped by it and dying. Like there's always something deeper rooted within us that like causes us to find ourselves on any given path and finding that ultimate purpose. And thank God for those like dying words, to understand that, it was the stupidest in the world to go out there into the wild all alone. So, gotta cultivate the fellowship. Gotta be a part of something bigger than myself for sure. But I also have to maintain, and be aware of where dopamine is really getting out of hand, because I can't keep leaning into that and lose my balance. So thank you guys for allowing me the time to share this video today. I know it's the first one where we don't have a solfeggio tone and we don't have a bunch of other content going on. And I'm not even playing anything from the other content. But whatever, it is what it is. Thank you. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. And going forward, I'll be educating myself more on this, so I hope you will too. Stay tuned.